Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. Before I jump into the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like each and every time you watch the Daily SPY Report. It helps me out a great deal with regard to the Wicked Stocks YouTube web presence. And subscribe. Subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel will provide you notification each and every time new content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. The Daily SPY Report goes out every day by around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for the next trading day. Let's jump into the charts. Continued rally. This is pretty incredible what we're seeing here right now. It's relentless. At least it appears that way at this point in time. New high all-time settlement. We closed above that 474.28 formation, which I think is the more meaningful of those two facts. The fact that we settled above 474.28 tells me that over the next week, possibly this week, possibly today, I'll get to that in a moment, we could reach that 485.47 long-term trend line once again. I'm going to call that kind of a 3 to 5 day target right now, given this still heightened volatility and this hyperbolic vertical move that we're in. Now on the way up today, I'm giving respect to 478.38. I have reduced it from a session containment down to an intraday containment level. In other words, it can contain initial intraday buying pressures, but given what's played out, the settlement above 474.28, the fact that we are expecting the mid to upper 480s now over the next full week of trade, I think you should tread very carefully at 478.38. Now, of course, there's a chance we could top out there for the day and back off to 474.28. Today, and possibly even close below 474.28 today. Anything is possible, of course. It's just how you respond to those events as a trader and investor is really the key here. But right now, holding above 474.28, I maintain a mid 480s and rising 3 to 5 day target. On the way up, 478.38 should be respected for day traders anyway, for its ability to contain initial intraday buying pressures, and from there we could back off to 474.28 on an intraday basis. But if we push, or especially open today, above 478.38, there's nothing to say that we couldn't, by the closing bell, actually reach that 485.47 long-term trend line, which I know you're familiar with now. I've been talking about it since I started the Daily SPY Report in early October, and it was an objective at one point. We reached it essentially by pushing to within 1% of it in late October and early November, and it can perform the same function. It can contain buying perhaps through January trade. It's also the start of a narrow range of resistance up to 486.71 today, which is a new channel top that is based on last week's low. I can't believe I'm saying that is last week's low, but it is last week's low. So the 485.47 to 486.71 area considered a 3 to 5 day or 1 week objective above that 474.28 level, and that 485.47 to 486.71 region, once again able to contain monthly buying pressures. From there we could fall off into later January, into February trade. But if we were to close above 486.71 at the end of any day, and I would like to add a 1% margin on that just for technical clarity, as I call it, then we enter a whole new phase of longer-term buying that should play out through Q1, the following 3 to 5 months in reach of the 550s or higher. Now, this is a weekly chart. And what you see on the daily chart today at 485.47 to 486.71 is represented on the weekly chart as an average of 486.31 to 488.67. So I think we can say a weekly settlement Friday above 488.67, because by that point those daily line studies will be up there, should then set off a 3 to 5 month buy signal that should continue through Q1 and into early Q2, whereby we reach that long-term channel top that is presently at 535.33 and rising. I make a note here that by the first week of February, it's at 550.68. So it could easily be in the 570s, 580s, 590s by the time we were to reach it. And once again, it becomes a longer-term 3 to 5 month target if we settle this week, Friday, above 488.67. Here's a support and resistance level for today. You can see the 474.28 channel top we settled above yesterday. It can contain selling through the rest of the week and into next. And as I say, above which the 485.47 to 86.21 region remains, I say, a 1 to 2 week target in the text. But honestly, with this continued volatility and kind of relentless vertical move, it is quite possible we could reach that 485.47 by Friday's close. On the way up today, 478.38 can contain initial buying pressures, and that is that extreme channel top on the daily chart at 478.38. If we happen to push or open today above 478.38, we could, by the closing bell, actually reach that 485.47 to 486.21 region. Let's talk downside. I'll just stay right with the support and resistance level that if we break or open below 474.28, 470.74, the former high settlement price, is in reach today. We could get a nice bounce there, but if we break 470.74, there is the possibility that we have a royal rout to the downside where 466.52 is attainable by the closing bell, where I would expect a daily low. And if we settle today back below the 474.28 region, for me, a failed buy signal, especially a textbook buy signal like this, is a valid sign of weakness. So a failed buy signal is, in essence, a valid sell signal. And if we close below 474.28, I do think over the next few weeks, possibly by the end of next week, given this still heightened volatility, that 451.61 formation is then in reach. I wouldn't have a clear signal for that, but, I'm just saying that the market is then highly susceptible to falling back into the low 450s if we settle today below 474.28. On the way down, I'm giving decent respect to what is now, presently, a 5/8 downside Fibonacci retracement from the early December low to Monday's high. All we have to do is put out a new high and that number changes. So I'm kind of treading very lightly here in the 450s and 460s in terms of these support levels, because many of them are Fibonacci downside retracements and they change every single time we put out a new high right now. So it changes day to day. But if, once again, we were not to take out yesterday's 477.40 high, and if we were then to close below 474.28, then yeah, 459.80 becomes a realistic 3 to 5 day target. And over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we could easily fall back to 451.61, where I would expect a weekly low, possibly a good low into later January. There's not much else to say here. I'll leave you with the support and resistance. Once again, you got 474.28. We are clearly above it. It is our support now, and above which the mid 480s anticipated now over the next full week of trade. And once again, if we push, especially if we open today above 478.38, we could, by the closing bell, reach that 485.47 long-term resistance area. That's all I've got for today. I'll leave you with the support and resistance. Please click like each and every time you watch the Daily SPY Report, and I will be back tomorrow for Wednesday's Daily SPY Report. You have a great day, and we will talk soon.